The Cannabis Show is for information only. Nothing contained in the show is intended to constitute professional advice for medical diagnosis or treatment. We do not claim this information to be complete or exhaustive or to be applicable to any particular individual's medical condition. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
On today's show, we're going to put our bud geniuses' memories to the test. We're also going to talk about a strain with genetics shrouded in mystery. That and more coming up. Welcome to Terp Talk. Basil, what is a terpene?
So terpenes are just one of the many organic compounds that are found in the cannabis plant.
Now, the one that we're actually going to be talking about today, it's one of the bigger molecules, organic molecules that are found in the cannabis. Caryophyllene?
That's right. Caryophyllene is a sesquiterpene. So it's bigger than some of the other monoterpenes that we look at. It's also considered a dietary cannabinoid, so it acts on the cannabinoid system. It acts right on the CB2 receptors.
Now, what's unique about this particular molecule, this terpene, is that it's actually found in normal food as well, not just that of cannabis.
That's right. Lots of variations of pepper, black pepper, Ashanti peppers. It's also found heavily in cloves, hops, rosemary, and basil. Oh,
okay. So now, what's the prime? What does it do for patients? Why would they need to use caryophyllene?
Yeah, caryophyllene-rich strains are great for those dealing with anxiety and depression. They help you feel good. Caryophyllene is great at helping bring down some of the THC, so some of those psychoactive effects you feel from the THC, caryophyllene will help bring that down a little bit.
So really, it's a lot like a CBD, even though CBD isn't a terpene.
Right, and similar in the sense that it acts on the CB2 receptors, so it helps with it's an anti-inflammatory as well, and it's also anti-cancerous.
Now, you did mention black pepper, and I remember one time I read that Neil Young actually he said use black pepper if you want to come down if you're feeling too high.
That's right, yeah, just chew right on that raw peppercorn and it'll help bring down that high.
So that is caryophyllene on today's Terp Talk, and we'll talk about other terpenes in upcoming shows. What if I told you that cannabis can help with asthma? Well, it's possible with a strain called Ultra Forte 3. This predominantly indica-based plant is a blessing for anyone who suffers from conditions like migraine headaches, arthritis, and that pesky anxiety that can come creeping in. High in THC, the Ultra Forte 3 is known to be a wonderful evening cannabis. So if you're suffering from a migraine, office stress, or perhaps that painful hip injury back in college, Ultra Forte 3 could be just what you need.
The Ultra Forte number 3, they call this one indica dominant, and it definitely is an indica dominant, but it doesn't always act that way.
Yeah, it's American has some really nice products. It's probably because of that OG cushion there, I would assume.
Absolutely, right? It's going to give you lots of that pinene, lots of that limonene.
Yeah, the other thing that this one's made up of is that G13, that storied strain. Everybody, I'm not sure is familiar with it, but it's got a lot of folklore around it. In fact, G13 is one of the only strains with its own Wikipedia page. This is the one they talked about in American Beauty, that movie with Kevin Spacey. This was the strain that they were talking about. This one's got like lots of mystery behind it. Somebody said that it was a bunch of secret service people and CIA and FBI took it to the University of Mississippi and mixed them all together and created this like one ultra strain, and one cut got liberated, and that's G13. Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. So the Ultra Forte number 3, OG Kush and G13.
Does cannabis really affect your memory? We're not scientists, but we're gonna do a little experiment with a good old-fashioned game of memory. Hart and Basil are not medicated and are about to get started, so let's check in with them now.
Rock, paper, scissors, see who goes
first? I was
first?
about to say that, dude. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Whoa! On fire already. Oh my God. You gonna give me a chance to play? Oh, there we go. Wow. You played this before.
I got a 3-year-old.
Match?
All right.
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
3-3.
3-3.
Good game.
Nicely done.
3-3 tie game, and now they're off to medicate. Hart is going with the sativa strain Sour Diesel, and Basil will go with the indica strain Keat. Let's see if this ups their game or if it completely falls apart.
Do you want to go first, Bill?
Sure, let's do that.
All right.
All right, here we go. Raspberry straw.
Like them.
Where was it? Where was it? Don't feel like Satan, but I am the lamb. Quote Mr. Neil Young again.
Oh, raspberries.
Oh, damn.
Lettuce.
Yes. Oh, no, dude. That is definitely medication head there, I'm going to tell you.
Rushing it.
Yep. Dog. Dog. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
World champion of the memory game.
Sativa wins.
Sativa.
Okay, so they've more than doubled their time. Does cannabis affect your memory? I think more tests need to be performed by scientists.
Ironically, the first arrest for possessing and selling cannabis in the U.S. occurred in Denver, Colorado in 1937. And now, medical cannabis dispensaries in Denver, Colorado outnumber Starbucks 3-1.
You can ask us anything. This gives you an opportunity to ask our bud geniuses like Basil and Hart, well, questions or concerns that you might have. To get your question in, you can email us or you can tweet it at NatHealthServe. Today's question comes from Gary, and he says, what's the difference between a stationary vaporizer and a portable one?
Right on. Good question, Gary. Aside from the obvious difference that a portable vaporizer is one that you can slip with you, take it with you, put it in your pocket. That one obviously is not going to fit in your pocket. The main difference is probably the electronics and just the technology with regards to a stationary vaporizer. Generally, not always, but generally a little bit higher quality. You're going to get a better experience. It's going to hold the temperature a little bit better, generally.
Excellent.
Yeah, a little analogy I like to use is that you can, when you're out and about, you can watch TV on your phone, but when you get home, you're not going to watch TV on your phone, you're going to watch it on your TV. Because the technology is there, you're going to get a bigger screen, so have a better experience. Very similar to the stationary versus the portable. Technology is just better.
Thank you very much, guys. Gary, thank you for your question as well. Again, if you want to ask our bud geniuses anything, just send us an email or tweet us at NatHealthServe.